Rusher follows behind her. Sophomore Kennedy Gardner will go in on the outside. Senior Kaylee Hatcher will also be at the tall end there for him. Junior Hayden Skeen will also start tonight down low. Now, when Coach Fletcher was talking earlier at the Midwest, kind of the regional press conference they all had, pointed out that last year they played 7 of the 8 teams that made it to state. You know, they showed that they've played tough schedules and they competed with many people. And again, when we go back and look at it this year, Kearney plays, again, 7 of the 8 teams that made it to state last year. So they still have probably the toughest schedule in Class A. Now, if we look for this game specifically, NevPrep's coaches poll has Bell East ranked 7th. Kearney is not mentioned in any of that. Looking at last year, Kirsten Garner averaged about 5.5 points per game, and Tatum Rusher had about 9.1 points per game. Those are both the returning starters that come back from last year. However, Maddie Province, who came off one of the first off the bench last season, she only averaged 2.2 points per game, but she was definitely out there when it came to rebounding. Kaylee Hatcher, 5.5 points per game, was also about pretty much second off the bench behind Novacek last year. Now, one major factor with this Kearney Bearcats team is their young players in this rotation. Sophomore Kennedy Gardner, who originally does not start. Normally it is Maddie Province, but she will not start this game, but will come in. So normally it's sophomore Kennedy Gardner, Josie Murray, number 1, also sophomore Harley Straka, number 11, sophomore Kira Dutenhofer, number 22, and freshman Kelsey Hatcher, sister of Kaylee Hatcher, number 23. In the Jamboree game, they all had plenty of time, so they did very well. You got a great view from the Jamboree game when they played GI Northwest, and they had, I think, almost quadrupled, maybe, if I'm remembering right. Maybe beat it by 40. It's somewhere in that number. There's a 4 in there. And last year as well, they're averaging 40. Last year they averaged 46 points per game. Now, last year they were only 10 and 11, so it wasn't exactly where they wanted. They didn't make it far in playoffs either. As they do starters here. Kearney finishes up their final starters as the 5 for the Bearcats are introduced. We are ready to go here in Kearney, Nebraska for the tip-off of the Early Bird Special. To tip off for the Chieftains, number 32, Bailey Egan. Into the circle for the Bearcats, number 45, Kaylee Hatcher. Kearney in the whites, Bell East in the blacks. Bell East wins tip. Jaylee Wilson, take it up point.
No scoreboard for some reason.
We are missing our scoreboard right now. We're working on that, but we'll see if we can get that in. Bell East takes that in. It will go off the iron and miss. It'll rattle around and go out. Kirsten Garner brings it up after the rebound from Skeen. Kirsten Garner stops, passes out to Rusher. Rusher looks around for a bit. Screen from Skeen comes. Rusher doesn't take it. Skeen has it up top. Tries to pass to Kirsten, but Kirsten was not looking. But Kirsten calming down Hayden Skeen real quick. And that will go off of Bell East, so it'll be Tatum Rusher with it now. Tatum tries to go towards the basket. Pass out to Skeen. Skeen with a 3. Skeen too short off the front iron. That will be rebounded by the Chieftains. Wilson pushing the pace, passes it out. The 3 goes off too far. They will drive again. And that will go for 2. Maya Scoff with the 2. One thing we'll probably see here once the Bearcats score is their full court pressure. They have a lot of speed in this pressure. Kirsten Garner will lose the ball. That ball will be taken, and that'll be made. That'll be another 2 for Jayla Wilson. It is now 4-0 in favor of the Chieftains. Chieftains continuing with this press. And that will be a timeout on Fletcher. We're going to take that one with him. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. they'll get something going here. That ball is inbounded to Kirsten Garner. That she will get fouled as she blows by Wilson. That will keep the ball on the Bearcats side of the court here. It's an easy inbound for Hatcher to get to Kirsten Garner. Garner quickly pushing the pace. Kirsten pump fakes into Skeen, does not get it. They will call a foul on number 32, Bailey Egan. It will be under the basket. Kirsten will inbound the ball for the Bearcats. Ball's out to Kennedy. Kennedy dribbles out to Tatum. Tatum pushing, loses the ball. Wilson with the steal. Wilson pushing the pace. Wilson passes it up. That is too strong off the glass. Kennedy with the rebound, passes to older sister Kirsten. Kirsten makes a move to the inside to get things slowed out again. Kirsten up top, passes to Skeen. Skeen passes to Rusher. Rusher waiting up top, drives. That ball gets stripped, and that go off her leg, and that will be a Chieftain ball. Score still 4-0 in favor of the Chieftains. 5:51 left to go. Our scoreboard does look like it's back up and running again. Harley Strocker will come in for Skeen. Chieftains inbound the ball. That pressure, full court pressure again coming from the Bearcats like we talked about. She will drive. That will be no good as the Bearcats will get the rebound. Kirsten with it. Kirsten trying to get something going. Pass to the corner to Harley Straka. Straka inside to Kennedy. Kennedy with the two off the glass. It is now 2-4. It is now 2-4 Bearcats. Chieftains pass to the, Chieftains, not Bearcats. But that will now be Wilson up top with the ball. Wilson, bounce passes inside to 13, Riley Jensen. Riley Jensen will get the call as Harley had her arms on her, pushing a little bit. Straka at a little bit of a size disadvantage there. Maya Scoff will inbound the ball for the Chieftains. Scoff passes out to Wilson. Wilson back into Scoff. Tatum tips that away. Kaylee knocks it off of Scoff, and it'll be a Bearcat ball. Kennedy will take the ball out for the Bearcats. Chieftains keeping with the full court pressure. Kennedy finds Kirsten. Kirsten at the corner. Kirsten dribbles back to the middle. Wilson on her. Kirsten blows by Wilson. Kirsten pushing the pace. Kirsten passes out to Hatcher. Hatcher will get the ball stripped, but Wilson tries to pass it out, but Wilson was on the line when she got the ball. So it'll be Bearcat ball down underneath the hoop. 4:52 left to go. Bearcats behind 2-4. Kirsten out to Hatcher. Kennedy through down low. Kirsten with it up top. Kirsten for three. Kirsten in and out of the basket. Chieftains chase down the rebound. That will be long pass intercepted by Kirsten. Kirsten cuts inside. Bounce pass to Tatum. Tatum back out to Kirsten. Kirsten for three. And it's good. Oh, they will say only two. Her foot was on the line, but that ties it up at 4 apiece. Kirsten on Wilson. Letting up light pressure, but still sticking with. Wilson up top at the top of the key. Wilson tries to get past Garner. Garner with good D. That ball will rattle around. Rusher gets the rebound eventually. Kirsten pushing pace as she's got numbers. Kirsten down low. Tosses out to Kennedy. Back to Kirsten in the corner. That ball will be too far in front of Harley. Chieftains pushing. Tatum down low. It will be Euro stepped inside for the two. Chieftains for the two. Harley pushing the pace. Scoff made that last one. Harley back out to Kirsten after pushing the pace up a little bit. Kirsten will hold. Wilson. Hatcher makes the move inside. Hatcher puts it up for two, and it's good. It is now 6 apiece, 3:30 left to go. We're tied at 6. Kirsten on Scoff. Scoff inside. And they will say Kirsten reached in and got her. It'll be Kirsten's first foul. That will put Scoff. That will be the inbounds for the Chieftains. Scoff, the foulee there. In for the Chieftains. Number 33, Catalin Conover, senior. That ball is lofted out to Scoff. Tatum playing defense. Tatum loses her. She goes inside. She's got an easy two. Rusher, that's Kirsten. Kirsten with it. Past half court now. Kirsten to the right side. Pass to Hatcher. Hatcher for three. Off the inside. Harley got the rebound. Tried to get it out to Hatcher. Didn't get that to work. Harley on Wilson. Wilson will just take it back to the top. Wilson passes it to Jensen. Jensen off to Egan. Egan down low, out to Wilson. Wilson with the three. That'll be too strong, and that'll go off the top of the backboard. That will go off of Kennedy Gardner's leg, and then there'll be another Chieftain ball. Chieftains lead 8-6. Chieftains looking to inbound the ball. They get the ball to Wilson. Kirsten guards Wilson up top. That ball gets out. Kennedy on Conover on the inside. Chieftains wanted a call, didn't get it. That is no good. Kennedy pushing the pace up to Rusher. Rusher blocked, but that will go out of bounds off the Chieftains last. That'll be a Bearcat ball in for the Chieftains. Number 21, Mackenzie Reimer. Kirsten will inbound the ball for the Bearcats. Passes out to Kaylee up top, over to Harley. Harley back to Kirsten. Kirsten thought about the three, drives in instead. That tries to get it to Kennedy. That'll be Harley's second foul. Harley trying to get the ball back after it got intercepted. Skeen will come back in. Skeeton comes back in for Straka. Rusher guarding Scoff. Scoff drives in. With the spin and gets the two off the glass. Back out to Kirsten. Kirsten going quickly through the press. Kirsten double teamed. That double team backs off as they guard Rusher again. Kirsten tries to dump it back off to Rusher. Kennedy scoops it up, gets to Rusher. Rusher now with it. Rusher drives. Rusher under the hoop. Too strong. That ball is ripped away by Scoff after Rusher got the rebound. Scoff with it. Excuse me. There's number 13, Riley Jensen with it, but that was Egan that had the steal. Garner. Double screen. Garner inside. Passes back out to Skeen. Skeen sets for the three. The three is good. Skeen hits the three. That is now 9-12. Ball gets down in the corner to Egan. Egan shoots the three. No good. Kirsten with the rebound. Kirsten with it up top. Looking for someone to pass to. Goes to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Rusher. Rusher off the screen. Pass out to Kirsten. Kirsten for three. It's no good. Rusher gets the rebound in the corner. Rusher passes out to Skeen. Skeen looks for something to do. Skeen looks to Hatcher inside. Hatcher gets the foul. She will be heading to the line for two. Two Bearcats waiting to come in. Hatcher at the line for two. Hatcher shoots the first one. It's good. That makes 10-12 in favor of the Chieftains. In for the Chieftains, number 4, Wilson. In for the Bearcats, number 40, Addison Helmbrecht. And number 22, Kira Dudenhofer. Kira will come in for the shooter. Kennedy Garner came out from Addison Helmbrecht. Kaylee to shoot her second. 23.5 seconds left to go. Kaylee, first one, no good off the front iron, just short. Chieftains with the rebound. Egan over to Scoff. Scoff with it, taking time. They're playing for the last shot. Wilson with it on the far wing. Wilson inside. Wilson thinks about the three, goes inside instead, misses. Skeen with the rebound. 2-1 up to Rusher. Rusher heaves it up. That'll be too strong and off the shot clock. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We'll be right back.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
We welcome you back in here. Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We're off for the second quarter. Bearcats get the ball first. Hatcher inbounds it to Garner. Kirsten trying to get something going. Gets the screen. Bounce pass out to Kennedy. Kennedy moves it back up top. Guarded by Wilson. Kennedy over to Skeen. Skeen into Kirsten. Kirsten right back out to Hatcher. Hatcher for three. It's good. Bearcats take the lead 13-12. Their first lead of the night. Hatcher with 6 now. Wilson up top, guarded by Kirsten. Bounce pass over. Tatum Rusher will grab that one. It'll be a jump ball. That'll go to the Chieftains. Tatum able to wrestle that into Russell. Try to take that away from Scoff. Wilson will inbound the ball for the Chieftains. Out to Scoff. Scoff drives in. Skeen there. Kearney bench wondering. Kearney bench thought she had her feet set. They will say body instead. And Scoff will head to the line for two. The Bearcats up 13-12. 7:18 left to go. Scoff steps up to the line. Scoff makes the first one. That ties it all up at 13. Scoff takes her time on free throws. Second one, it's good. Kirsten trying to get in. Kirsten got it. Kirsten moves back into the inside. Trying to get by Scoff. Kirsten slows it up. Kirsten over to Skeen. Skeen surveying the defense. Skeen tries to go through a screen, just hands it off to Kirsten instead. Kirsten goes off the screen. Kirsten over to Hatcher. Hatcher goes off the screen, passes to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Rusher. Rusher to Skeen. Skeen inside. Tries to get to Hatcher. Hatcher covered well. That ball will go in. It'll be too strong off the glass. They get the offensive rebound. They drive. And that will be good for two by number 13, Riley Jensen. Kirsten trying to get past Wilson. Does get to that past the half-court mark, over to Skeen. Skeen in the corner. Skeen over to Rusher. Rusher pump fakes, drives in. Rusher off the glass. That's two. It is now 15-16 in favor of the Chieftains. Wilson with it up top. Not seeing a whole lot of the press the Bearcats started off the season at the Jamboree game with. That could be due to the fact that Maddie is not playing. That will be a foul on number 13. Kirsten's second. At the line for Bellevue East, number 32, Bailey Egan. Bailey Egan, shooter first. It'll be too strong and off the back iron. She's got one more left. Egan to shoot the second one. Makes the second one, pushes the lead up to 2. Kirsten with it in the corner. Kirsten gets past Wilson, shows the speed, and they're going to say a foul on Wilson as she was right alongside her the entire time. Had the hand inside, the officials called that. That is her second call. Both of them coming on those as Kirsten was trying to drive past. Kirsten gets the ball off the inbound. Drives up. Gets the screen from Skeen. Over to Rusher. Rusher drives. Rusher doesn't like what she sees. Over to Kennedy. Kirsten. Now over to Kennedy. Over to Hatcher. Hatcher out of the three-point line. Over to Kirsten. Kirsten for 3. Wide open, and it's good. Bearcats 18. Chieftains 17. Bearcats take the lead back. We're back and forth here in the second quarter. Skeen guards Chieftains. Kennedy's on Baird. Tatum Rusher steals that one. Rusher on the fast break. Rusher lays it off the glass, and that will be good for 2. Now 20-17. Largest lead of the night for the Bearcats. Previously had a lead of 1 like a couple minutes ago. Chieftains trying to get a response here. Chieftains over to Egan. Egan over to Wilson. Wilson with it. Back into Egan. Wide open. Egan, easy 2. Right past her defender. Garner tried to get past Wilson again. Does. She cuts inside. Inside to Kennedy. Kennedy tries to get off the glass on the reverse. Doesn't get it. Chieftains pushing the pace. Kirsten with the defense. Euro step. Bounces, doesn't get it. Tatum Rusher. They're going to say she was out of bounds. It'll be Chieftain ball, but in for the Chieftains, number 10, Riley McLucas. She will replace Barrett. Inbound to Wilson. Wilson over to Jensen. Jensen surveying the defense, guarded by Kirsten. Jensen tries to get it in. Kirsten falls on that one. They will call a jump ball. That'll be a Bearcat basketball. Rusher had one earlier. Kirsten there, jumping on it, forcing the turnover. Hatcher gets it into Kirsten. Kirsten guarded by Wilson. Kirsten cuts into the inside, gets past Wilson. Kirsten pass out to Rusher. Rusher for 3. It's good! 23-19 Bearcats. Tatum, who leads the team with 7. Hatcher comes up right behind her with 6. Wilson, jump shot at the free throw line, not good. Skeen with the rebound, back to Kirsten. 3:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Kirsten with it, makes the cut past Wilson. Jump stop, no good on the 2. Wilson passes it up. Ekoff trips up. That foul will be on Tatum Rusher as she tripped her up. At the line for 2, Maya Scoff. Scoff, first one, not good, rolls in and out. Scoff to shoot her second one, trying to get the lead down to 3. Scoff, no good on the second. Skating with the rebound out to Kirsten. Kirsten with it, taking her time, guarded by Conover. Conover, Kirsten makes the move, passes to Skeen. Skeen to Rusher. Rusher for three. High arcing shot. It's good. 26-19 Bearcats. That'll be a timeout for the Chieftains. We're going to take that one with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
And welcome back into the Bearcat Sports Network. Chieftains with the ball. Bearcats back on the floor late. Scoff with it, guarded by Rusher. Scoff over to Conover, back to Scoff. Scoff gets the screen. Scoff over to Conover. Gets the ball over to Wilson. Chieftains driving, and they get two off a Hatcher. The two by number 13, Riley Jensen. Wilson taking a break right now. Straka back in for the Bearcats. She drags her foot as she stalled getting the pass off. That'll be a travel. Turnover on the Bearcats. Kirsten comes back in. Take Harley back out as they gave Kirsten a little bit of a breather. Rusher gets the steal. That'll be a foul on Scoff as she was forcing her out of bounds. Scoff wanted a foul on her, didn't get it. Hatcher will inbound the ball for the Bearcats. Hatcher gets to Rusher. Rusher in the corner. Rusher drives low, passes out to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Kirsten. Kennedy sets the screen. Kirsten doesn't take it. Kirsten drives. It'll be off of Kirsten after the ball was stripped. It'll be a Chieftain ball. 2:39 left to go. Bearcats lead 26-21 here in the second quarter. Wilson will check back in and in for McLucas. Bearcats back in the full court pressure. Rusher unable to stay on Wilson. Scoff pushing. Scoff out to Conover. Conover for three. It's no good. Just short off the short iron. It'll be with Kirsten now after the rebound. Kirsten pushing. Guarded by Scoff. Over to Hatcher. Hatcher double teamed. Hatcher dribbles out of it. Bounce pass to Skeen. Skeeden over to Kirsten. Kirsten for three. Hand in her face. It's good. 29-21. 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Wilson with it. Kennedy playing tight defense on Conover. Conover picks up her dribble. Conover doesn't get a good pass off, but they still retain the ball. Two does not go. That'll be a foul on Hatcher. Hatcher came in going for the rebound, but bodied her instead. Riley Jensen got a rebound after the first one didn't go. Skeen now with two fouls. In for the Chieftains, number 21, Mackenzie Reimer, taking out Conover. Jensen, first one, it's good. It's 1-1 now. She will get one more. 29, 22, 146 left to go. Bearcats with 7 fouls. Chieftains with 5. Second one. It is good. She's had a good night at the free throw line. Kirsten gets the ball. Drives past Wilson. Wilson trying to catch up. Kirsten out to Kennedy. Kennedy for 3. It's air ball too long. Tatum will poke that ball out of the hands, but that will still be off of Tatum, and that'll be a Chieftain ball. 1:35 left to go. Bearcats 29, Chieftains 23. Leading the Chieftains scoring, number 22, Maya Scoff. Wilson now with it. Wilson with it atop the key. Scoff trying to get something going. They pass into Scoff. Scoff off the glass for 2. Hatcher taking down the ball. Hatcher over to Tatum. Tatum gets it back to Kirsten. Kirsten with it now. 1:05 left to go here. Kirsten over to Skeen. Skeen surveying the defense. Skeen pump fakes, gets the defender to jump. Skeen over to Kennedy, but that goes past, and that goes to Kirsten. Kirsten pump fakes, doesn't get it. Over to Rusher. Rusher surveys the defense. Rusher drives inside. She has that foot hit the other ground, and that'll be a travel right before she gets the pass off. 29-25. Bearcats not able to get anything going in the last couple of possessions. Less than 40 seconds here to go in the first half. Bearcats 29, Chieftains 25. Bearcats doubling. Pump pass fake works. That ball gets inside, but no good. Bearcats have 23 seconds with it now. Kirsten taking her time getting the ball past. Bearcats appear at this moment to be going for the last shot. Kirsten with it. Going left and right. Skeen sets the screen. Kirsten with it. Just dribbling out the clock. 5 seconds left. 3. Kirsten dribbles. Doesn't get anything off. They get no shot on the final one. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank. Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
We welcome you back into tonight's game for the Bell East Kearney High Bearcats game. Right now, if we take a quick look at leading scores for the Bearcats, Tatum Rusher leads the team with 10. And that's about all we have time for now. Wilson with it as Bell East gets the ball first. Wilson out to Scoff. Scoff driving. Kennedy challenges. Kennedy does not do much there. It's 2 for Scoff. Kirsten with it now. Kirsten pushing the pace. Kirsten with it on the far wing. Kirsten over to Hatcher in the corner. Hatcher looking for something to do. Hatcher drives. Hatcher reverse. It's good. 31-27. Scoff buries that layup as she bullied her way to the basket. Garner trying to get going. It's quick scoring here happening now. Kirsten with it at the top of the key. Kirsten pass fakes, looking for something to do. Has Rusher inside. Rusher does not get the layup to fall. Just off that iron. Wilson, floater, no good. Rebound Skeen. Skeen over to Garner. Kirsten now with it. Kirsten past half court. Kirsten with it at top of the key. Kirsten picks up dribble, passes to Rusher. Rusher in the corner. Rusher finds Hatcher down low. Hatcher goes up for the layup. Gets it, and the and one. She got the 2. She'll head to the line for one more. Foul on number 13. Riley Jensen. Bearcats now have a 3 lead of 33-29. Hatcher at the free throw line to shoot one. Hatcher too strong off the back iron. Almost went in. Kennedy guarding Wilson. Jensen. Ball now out to Scoff. Jensen with it inside, guarded by Kirsten. Doesn't get it. Kennedy gets the rebound. Kennedy slows up pace, lets Kirsten get back to her feet. Pass back over to Kirsten. Kirsten tries to go off the screen. Now passes back to Skeen. Skeen with it inside to Hatcher. Hatcher up. Does not get the layup. Contested layup does not go in. Wilson now with it. Wilson passes to Scoff. Does not get the layup. Had to fight through pressure. Kennedy waits for Kirsten to come get the ball. Kirsten now with it. Kirsten guarded by Scoff. He'll be off of Bell East, no good. Maddie Province in for the first time. Maddie did miss a large chunk of the week, so probably just did not get to play the first half for that. Pass out to Straka. Straka over to Province. Province guards. Province full of energy now. Kirsten. They're going to say moving screen. Harley didn't get her feet set in time. That's Harley's 3rd foul. Jensen inbounds it to Wilson. Wilson guarded by Kirsten. Scoff with it. Scoff dribbles off of Maddie's foot. Maddie trying to get the rebound. Ball all over the place. Wilson out. That'll be a travel. Egan got the ball, was wide open, but Hatcher did a good job closing out and was there before the ball got there. Province now with it. Inbounds it to Kirsten. Kirsten on the near sideline, goes back towards the middle of the court. Kirsten guarded by Scoff. Kirsten now with it, passes over to Straka. Straka over to Province. Province makes a cut. Province over to Hatcher. Hatcher over to Kirsten. Kirsten pump fakes. Rusher trying to get something to work. Rusher drives. Rusher tosses it up. Rolls off. That's 2, and that'll go off of the Chieftains. That'll go off of Bailey Egan. I believe that was Rusher. The producer's giving me the head nod there. Yep, that was Rusher there. Tips it off of Belize. Kirsten now with it. Inbounds it. Kirsten has to give it to Hatcher. Lob it out. Was running out of time. Province now with it. Province spins. Gets blocked. Province gets her own rebound. Shoots it up again. Province doesn't get it. Province tries to rebound it. That'll be a jump ball. That'll be a Bearcat ball. 33-29, 4:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Rowdy section starting to fill up a little bit. Hatcher, pass to Hatcher, not there. Wilson picks it off. Wilson tries to pass it out. That'll be a foul on Rusher. She ran into her. Chieftain trying to inbound the ball. Ball gets to Scoff. Maddie guarding Scoff. That'll be a foul on Maddie Province. She didn't have enough space in between herself. It'll be her first foul of the night. Province guarding Scoff. Scoff spins, goes inside. Attacking Province. They're going to get a second. They're going to have, that'll be her third foul, excuse me, not the second. Province leaving those hands inside, getting called for it. Scoff. Shoot two. First one. It's good. Brings the lead to 30. Brings the lead down to 3 for the Bearcats. Scoff to shoot the second one now. Rattles in there. Province out to Rusher. Rusher takes it herself. Rusher poked at by Wilson. Rusher pushing. Rusher goes up for 2. Gets blocked. She gets blocked by Egan. Wilson now. Rusher back playing D. Egan over to Scoff. Scoff for 3. Scoff no good. Rebound Rusher. Kirsten gets it. Kirsten with it at the top of the key. 33-31 in favor of the Bearcats. 3:30 left to go here in the game. Kirsten dribbling out to Hatcher. Hatcher passes out to Straka. Straka pump fakes. Drives in over to Rusher. Rusher for 3. It's no good. They're going to call a foul on Scoff. Scoff can't believe it. That is her second foul. Kennedy in for the Bearcats. She's going to give Rusher a quick break. Kirsten inbound the ball for the Bearcats. Kirsten lobs it out to Hatcher. Over to Straka. Straka dribbling the ball towards the corner. Kennedy with it in the corner. Kennedy up to Kirsten up top. Kirsten dribbles behind the back. Tries to get something working. Over to Kennedy. Chieftains playing tight D. Kennedy. Kirsten. Hatcher back over to Kirsten. Kirsten thinks about the 3, passes it up, passes it back to Province. Province, floater. It's good. 35-31. Maddie Province's first points of the season. Jensen with it. Over to Egan. Egan over to McLucas. McLucas back to Jensen. Jensen drives on Straka. Doesn't get it to fall. Province outnumbered. They're going to call a double dribble. So her hand got over that ball. 35-31. Well, it looks like, seeing a correction here, Province only has 2 fouls. They lose the ball. Conover lost the ball there. Guarded closely by Kennedy. Able to find McLucas. Lucas gets it over to Scoff. Scoff guarded by Kirsten. Scoff barrels through. That'll be a charge. Offensive foul. Scoff buried the shoulder, rammed into Kirsten. That is Scoff's third foul. Second or third of this quarter alone. I think it's only the second. Maddie Province in to inbound the ball. Gets it into Kirsten. Kirsten doesn't quite get it right away. Scoff giving her plenty of space. Kirsten now with it at the top. Kirsten tacks a little bit. Kirsten into Hatcher. Hatcher gets the easy two. Egan had fallen over, gave Hatcher an easily two there. Hatcher getting loads of points in the paint today. Jensen now with it. Jensen drives. Jensen gets the two to fall. Kirsten Garner with it. Kirsten. Full court pressure. Kind of falling off with this rotation. Kirsten over to Hatcher. Hatcher surveys the defense. Hatcher. Hatcher calls a timeout as they were getting close to the 5 seconds. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Kirsten with the ball to inbound down low after the timeout. Kirsten gets it out to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Province. Pass is tipped. Province gets it back to Kennedy, and Kennedy gets to Kirsten. Kirsten trying to get the offense going. Kirsten in the corner. Chieftains did try some double teaming just there. Hatcher. Kennedy gets the ball, passes it back to Kirsten. Kirsten with the three. That's no good. Wilson with the ball, guarded by Province. Ball gets up to Egan. Egan over to Scoff. Scoff guarded by Kennedy. Scoff over to Jensen. Jensen drives. Jensen passes out. Shot for three. It is no good. Bounces in and out. They do get the offensive rebound, though. Egan, out of Hatcher's hand, gets it. Wilson with it at the top of the key, guarded by Province. Scoff comes. Well guarded by Kennedy. Doesn't get what they want. Rowdy's playing a little bit of a factor there. Counted down, but really didn't affect Wilson. Kind of made Wilson think clock was running out there. Wilson chucked the ball up to no avail. Province to inbound the ball. Province takes a step back, gets to Hatcher. Hatcher doesn't take the shot. Too closely guarded. It is 37-33. Bearcats have the lead. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We'll be right back. We welcome you back in tonight's matchup between Bell East and Kearney High. Take a quick look at the Rowdies today. Themes pajamas. I've got it up here too. I've got some nice Rudolph ones, but it's pajamas today. I believe next one's holiday themed. Ugly sweater. Wilson gets the ball off the juke. Province guards Wilson. Wilson trying to get a pass off. Not a great pass, but does get it off. Scoff with it now. Scoff backs up, lets the offense get separated. Scoff over to Barrett. Rusher pokes that ball out, but that'll be back for the Chieftain ball. Rusher showing there won't be any easy passes today. Jensen throw the ball in. Wilson with the ball. 37-33 in favor of the Bearcats here in the fourth quarter. Jensen drives. Jensen gets the 2. 37-35. Kirsten with it now off the inbounds from Province. Kirsten drives. Passes to Kennedy. Kennedy, floater. It's no good. Kennedy tries to get the offensive rebound. It doesn't. Bounces around. It gets to Hatcher eventually. Hatcher gets the 2. I think the credit goes off of the rebound to Hatcher. There's a lot of bouncing around in there. But Hatcher eventually gets the 2. 39-35. Wilson driving. They're going to say a foul. Hands were on her, I believe, Province. That'll be her third, this time the third. They did correct that later on. Province's third foul. Wilson will shoot 2. First one, no good, off the right side. Wilson to shoot one more, 39-35, 6:58 here to go in the fourth quarter. Wilson, first one. It's good. 39-36. Kirsten with the ball. Scoff keeps off the half-court pressure. Kirsten with it. Over to Kennedy. Kennedy over to Hatcher. Hatcher. Kirsten makes the cut. Rusher inside. Fouled as she tried to step onto the inside and get that layup. Let's see who they call the foul on. It'll be number 3, Hattie Barrett. That'll be her first foul. Tatum Rusher. Her first free throw is good. 41-36, 40-36. Scoreboard was off there. Skeen comes in for Kennedy. Tatum to shoot her second. Tatum goes after her own miss there. Wilson pushing the pace, 40-36 in favor of the Bearcats. Over to Jensen. Jensen back out to Wilson. Wilson over to Scoff. Scoff back to Wilson. Wilson over to Jensen. Rowdy's getting loud. Wilson with it. Wilson over to Scoff. Scoff back to Wilson. Wilson looking for something. Goes back to Scoff. Pass to just go back and forth. Kirsten guards Wilson. Wilson off on the 3. Province offs her. Chieftains, air ball. The Rowdies letting them know. They call a timeout. We're going to take this one with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Bearcats have a 40-36 lead here in the fourth. 6:07 left to go. No one in particular foul trouble. Province does have 3. Kaylee Hatcher leads the team with 14. Bearcats dropped into a 3-2 zone, I believe. Wilson. Chieftains struggling a little bit with the zone here. Wilson with it. Back out. 3. No good. Too strong. Kirsten closed out on Scoff. Scoff puts one up, doesn't get it. Back out to Wilson. Wilson over to Conover. Actually, not Conover. That's good for 3. Yep, that was Conover, my bad. 40-38. Province with it. Province on the far sideline. Gets it back to Kirsten. Kirsten with it on the right wing. Kirsten. Kirsten for 3. It's no good. They're going to say a body on Skeen. That is her 3rd foul, so Bearcats have 2 with 3 fouls. Chieftains have it 40-39. Scoff surveys the defense. Over to Conover. Conover, Scoff. Scoff fakes to Reimer, goes to Conover. Conover, Jensen. Jensen triple teamed. Jensen out to Scoff. Scoff to Reimer. Reimer over to Conover. Conover inside. Conover, not Conover, excuse me. Scoff with it. Conover for 3, too strong. Hatcher with the rebound. Kirsten with it, 4:34 left to go. Kirsten with it, trying to get another basket here. Kirsten. Guarded by Scoff. Poked away by Scoff. It'll be Bearcat ball again. 4:22 left to go, 40-39 here in the 4th. Close game. Mentioned at the beginning of the game, Bellevue East ranked in the Neb Preps coaching poll at 7th. Kearney not mentioned. Kearney currently leading. Province spin move blocked. That's blocked by Egan. Province having has been blocked a couple times here. Scoff. Over to Conover. Conover surveying the defense. All the way over to Reimer. Reimer over to Conover. Conover back to Scoff. Scoff over to Reimer. To Scoff. To Conover. To Scoff. Scoff for 3. No good. Hatcher. Rebound. Province takes a nasty hit. She gets up. She continues. Kirsten with it. 3:38. Kirsten over to Rusher. Rusher drives out to Skeen. Skeen trapped in the corner. Skeen gets the steal. Stolen from, excuse me. Scoff with it. Wilson waiting to come back in. Scoff with the top of the key. Scoff over to Conover. Conover inside to Jensen. Jensen absolutely nailed by Tatum. Basket no good, but she will head to the line for 2. Jensen will shoot 2. Kennedy, Garner for the Bearcats waiting to come in. Wilson waiting to come in for the Chieftains. Jensen to shoot 2. First one. It's good. We're tied at 40. 3:17 left to go in the 4th quarter. Wilson comes in. Chieftains are going to use this. As a quick timeout. Kennedy comes in for Skeen. Second one, no good. Kirsten with the rebound. Kirsten. Over to Kennedy. Back to Kirsten. Kirsten dribbles back to the top of the key. Kirsten mishandles the ball and gets a double dribble. We're tied at 40. Bearcats haven't on a little bit of a scoring drought here. Wilson with it. Rusher guards Wilson. 2:50 left to go in the 4th quarter. All tied at 40. Kennedy guarding. Province now guarding Jensen. Jensen drives. Jensen with the 2. Blocked by Kennedy. Province pushes the pace. Province passes to Kennedy. Over to Rusher. Rusher drives on the inside. Rusher swirls around. Almost had the and one, but she will head to the line for 2. Swirled in and out of that hoop. That is Egan's second foul. Bearcats have 7 fouls, puts the Chieftains in 1-1 next time they head to the free throw line. Or actually, next time there's a foul. The Chieftains have 5 fouls. Tatum with the first one. Tatum, no good on the first free throw. Tatum now 1 for 3. Went 1 for 2 earlier at the line. Tatum, second shot. It's good. She's now 50% on the night. Fletcher's going to take a quick timeout. Bearcats lead the Chieftains 41-40. 2:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to take this break with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome you back into the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. 41-40, 2:33 left to go here in the fourth. Bearcats have the lead. Chieftains with the ball. It's a close one. Back and forth this entire fourth quarter. Chieftains brought it back in. Scoff with it, guarded by Kirsten. Scoff with it at the top. Bearcats into man, back to man. Wilson with it. Wilson, free throw jumper at the elbow, no good. Hatcher with the defensive rebound. Hatcher over to Kirsten. Kirsten will bring it back up. Scoff waits for it at half court. Kirsten dribbling around. Kirsten makes a separation, resets the 5 seconds. Scoff fouls. Coach wondering what she's doing. I don't know if Scoff thought maybe that there was less time on the clock, but that is her fourth. She's the only player in foul trouble for both teams here. Bearcats have 2 with 3, Province and Skeen. Province. Fletcher takes the 32nd, avoiding the 5-second call. It'll be, I believe, a 30-second timeout if I have my, 30 seconds. We'll be right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Back here in Kearney, Nebraska for the remainder of the fourth quarter. 41-40, 1:59 left to go. Province to inbound the ball. Bearcats had to call a timeout to avoid a 5-second call. It's the second or third time they've had to do that today. Kirsten with it. Guarded by Scoff. Kirsten keeping the room to avoid 5 seconds. Kirsten just wasting time pretty much at top. Scoff's not giving a whole bunch. Kirsten passes out to Province. Province drives. Province looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Kennedy. Kennedy shoots for 3. Kennedy doesn't get it. It's an air ball. Tatum tries to save it. Just barely hits that line. It'll be a Chieftain ball. Kearney took off 40 seconds of clock on that one, but did not get a score. They've scored at the free throw line, but I'm not sure they haven't had much luck anywhere else. Conover with it. Actually, excuse me, Egan. Egan down low, guarded by Hatcher. Egan tosses one off. 42-41, it's good. Chieftains lead, Bearcats need something. We're under a minute now. Kirsten. Guarded by Scoff. Kirsten out to Rusher. Rusher guarded by Wilson. Rusher drives. Tosses one up. Doesn't get it. Ball gets over to Wilson. Bearcats guarding close. Hatcher fouls. They're in the bonus. That is her first foul of the night. Scoff will head to the line. If I remember right, she had a couple issues at the free throw line earlier. Actually, it might have been another player. Scoff, first one, good. 43-41. She gets one more, they're in the bonus. Bearcats have 8 fouls. 2 more, and that'll send Chieftains to shoot 2 at every foul. 41-43. Second one, no good. They get the offensive rebound. Timeout, Chieftains. We're going to take this one with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. There's
Welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Chieftains with the offensive rebound off the free throw. They're shooting 1 and 1 off every foul right now. Bearcats show a 2-3 zone. Trying to foul. They didn't get the foul on Scoff, so they go over to Conover. 21.8 seconds left. Kirsten's 3rd foul there. Conover to shoot 1 and 1. Does not go. Almost another offensive rebound. Kirsten not looking, but does still get the ball. 15 seconds left. Kirsten drives out to Hatcher. Hatcher drives. Hatcher does not get the 2 to go. Kennedy fouls. Layups are a big part of basketball. Hatcher unlucky on that one, just didn't get it enough. Hatcher can't believe it. That foul will go to Kennedy as she intentionally fouls on that one. 5.9 seconds left. Jensen at the line to shoot 2. They're 41-44. Bearcats need a miss here. In fact, Coach Fletcher's going to call a timeout to talk about what they're going to do after. We're going to take this one with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Conover, one more. Rowdy's getting loud. Rowdy's getting loud. You see what's going on there. Shot is up. It's no good. Kirsten, 5 seconds. Kirsten, going quick. Kirsten, 1 second left. Kirsten, step back, 3. It's good! It's good! Buzzer beater that tied the game! It's good! We're all tied. We're heading to overtime. We're going to take a quick break. I got to catch myself real quick. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We welcome you back into the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. I assume you're all watching from that last bit. But Kirsten just hit a step back 3 to send it to overtime. Hatcher in the middle. They got to switch around the teams real quick.
It's good to see a sizable Rowdy. Oh, well, I need to introduce myself. My name is Nolan Dart. I'm here. I just walked in. I just got off from work, and I'm here to call the guys game. But here we are, and looks like we have a good one on our hands here today.
Province guarding Wilson tight. Wilson has to pick up a dribble. Scoff shoots the 2. Just gets net. Rowdies are going to let her hear it.
Rowdy's out in almost full force for this game. You love to see it.
3:46. We play 4-minute overtimes. That ball will go off the hand of Jensen. Never made it in. Hatcher will try it again. Bellies continuing with their full court pressure. Province tying her shoe real quick. I do have to say, I haven't really noticed shoes, but Province has some nice polka dot ones.
I've never seen those before. I'm trying to figure out what brand they are, but those are some sweet kicks, I tell
Hatcher
you what.
finds Kirsten. Kirsten in the corner. Kirsten takes her time to bring it up. We'll face half-court pressure now. Guarded by Scoff. Scoff played great defense. Scoff has 4 fouls, though. She's in foul trouble. Jumper by Province, no good. That'll be a foul as Province grabbed her on the way down. That'll be Province's 4th foul. Now one on each side for foul trouble. Chieftains are in double bonus. Kennedy will check in for the Bearcats. Egan will shoot 2. First one. It's no good. Too strong and to the right. Kennedy comes in for Skeen.
A little bit of a smaller look right here for the Bearcats.
They've been showing this at times today. Province didn't play till the second half. But once she came in, second shot up. It's good. Bounces off the back iron. Almost didn't go in. Goes to Kirsten. But yeah, Province didn't play the first half. She did miss quite a bit of practice. I believe she was out of the country, if I heard right.
She was in Mexico.
I think she was there for Thanksgiving. Stayed long, but she did miss practice. I think that must be one of Fletcher's rules that they don't play the first half there. But she did get the second half. She's back in. They started going to that smaller look. I was surprised I haven't seen them in as much as of a pressure, full court pressure as they did in the Jamboree game. Kaylee able to get out of the pressure there to avoid the 5-second call. Kirsten dribbles off the screen, pass to Hatcher. Hatcher for 3. It's no good. Province tries to get past it. Wilson was screening her away from it. Province does get to the ball, but that goes off the baseline.
Tell you what, the shot was no good, but that was a great pick and roll move right there by the Bearcats.
That's one of Bearcats able to get some openness kind of there. We are kind of seeing that full court pressure now a little bit. Scoff over to Wilson. Province making sure not to get that last foul. Wilson over to Conover, guarded by Kennedy. Kennedy trying to reach in there. Pass tipped by Kirsten. That goes off of Scoff. That is Bearcat basketball. Kirsten tipped it, goes off of Scoff and out of bounds.
Great defense right there by Gardner.
Pass it into Rusher from Province. Rusher brings it back in. Rusher finds Hatcher in the corner. Hatcher dribbles in, gets Kirsten. Kirsten also kind of in that corner. Sets the screen for Kirsten. Kirsten dribbles in. Loses the ball a little bit. Keeps the foot planted. Out to Hatcher. Hatcher finds Province. Province stops charging in. She spins around. Gets it in. She wants to call Kennedy on the line, and she got the rebound. Kirsten and Kennedy are sisters, so you went Garner. I'm like, you're just getting here. Your season's just started. I had to learn at the beginning of this year when I was doing media stuff with them. But I'm like, I realized, oh, they're both K's and G's.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult. Got a lot of new faces on this team after a large senior class that we had.
Yeah. I mentioned at the beginning kind of some of that young talent Kearney has. We haven't seen much of it tonight.
Absolutely. Great
Hatcher,
defense right there by
defense.
Kaylee.
That'll be a foul on Egan. All hand Nolan the sheet with all the young names there so he can take a look. But yeah, as we mentioned earlier, there's quite a bit of young talent. Haven't seen as much of it. There's about 4 sophomores, and there's, I believe, 4 sophomores and a freshman that haven't seen the floor yet. Actually, I take that back. 2 sophomores and a freshman. I believe Kira made it in, and then so is Straka and Addison Helmbrecht. Hatcher will shoot 1 and 1. Hatcher, first one. It's no good. Kennedy fighting for the rebound, doesn't get it. Bearcats full court pressure. That ball doesn't go anywhere. Hatcher doesn't go for it. Kennedy.
And that's going to be
a foul and one.
Great finish through contact right there. Who was that?
That'll be 13, Jensen. Hatcher didn't go for that. Hatcher would have had the steal there if she went for it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why didn't she go for it? But
Fletcher not too upset after that one, but still has to be disappointed after you could have had a turnover that's turning into an and one here. Jensen, one shot. It's good. What could have been a turnover for the on the Chieftains went into a three-point play turned into a three-point play for him instead. Kirsten now with it. Kirsten lobs it in. Hatcher saves the ball. Province loses it. Kennedy playing tight D. Kirsten rushes back over. Jensen with it. Jensen over to Wilson. Wilson over to Conover. Conover out to Scoff. Bearcats doubling. Rusher on Wilson. Scoff wide open. Scoff reluctant, just stays there. Bearcats are going to need to force turnover here. Wilson with it. Rusher. Chieftains are just going to dribble out this clock. Rusher's going to foul it.
what a series of events that have not been in favor of the Bearcats right there.
That is Rusher's 4th foul. Now Province and Rusher both in foul trouble. A Scoff, shoot 2. First one. It's no good, rattles in and out. 44-48 in favor of the Chieftains, 58.6 seconds left to go in the first overtime.
All right, the Bearcats if this free throw misses, they need to get the board and they need to get a quick bucket and get back foul again and just play the free throw game.
First one good. You missed it earlier. Bearcats had a 1-point lead, gave up an offensive rebound. Actually, I take that back. It was tied. Gave up an offensive rebound, and they eventually scored off of that. Kirsten over to Kennedy. Kennedy in the corner.
Well defended.
Kirsten. That is a foul on Conover. I believe that is her 2nd foul. We'll wait for the scoreboard here.
Yes.
That is her 2nd. Kirsten will head to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Chieftains 8 fouls. 2 left until it's double bonus for the Bearcats.
Some crucial free throws are here by Gardner.
Kirsten bounces around. First one doesn't go. That's going to be a jump ball.
And they'll stay with the Bearcats. Wait.
It'll stay with the Bearcats. It was jump ball, so it stays with them. Bellevue East coach was upset she didn't get a timeout call when there's not any official near her. So she must not have been loud enough. She was told to go back to her bench. Kirsten, step back three. No good. Hatcher saves it. Hatcher tries to get it out. Rusher will get bodied while going for the free throw. That'll be hurt. That'll be, I believe, Scoff's. That's her 5th. That'll be the end of the night for Scoff. Tatum will shoot 1-1.
Another opportunity for the Bearcats
They're
to
gonna
cut down
have to
this lead.
They're going to have to sub now because it's 1-1. Rowdy's really holding this magic fingers bit. Ball hasn't even been given to Rusher yet. 44, 49, 30.2 seconds left. It'll be double bonus for each team here on out. Tatum to shoot 1-1 on this one. No good. It'll be out on the Chieftains. Goes off of Egan. Kirsten will inbound the ball for the Bearcats. 29.1, only 1 second went off the clock. Kirsten gets it out to Province. Province makes a cut. Bullies her way inside. The 2. It's no good. Rattles in and out. They're going to call a foul. There are two players for the Bearcats that had 4 fouls there, so we'll see which one this goes on. 2. That'll be Tatum's 5th.
Just a terrible break for the Bearcats. That was a great move by Maddie to get to the bucket, to get to the basket, and just didn't get a favorable roll right there.
Here late in the game, Bearcats haven't had any luck with the layup. They would have had a game if Kaylee Hatcher's layup that she had right at the end of regulation would have given them the lead, but just short and didn't get the right bounce. But the first one, no good for Reimer. Reimer shooting a second one. It's good.
Chieftains will put their defenders back to
6-point lead for the Chieftains. Actually, 5-point at this point. Yep, there we go, 6-point. Maddie out to Straka. Straka for 3. No good. Maddie gets the offensive rebound. That's going to be a foul. She'll head to the line for 2. Intense game. It'd be number 33, Conover, her 3rd foul. Both teams have 10 fouls. It is double bonus. It'll shooting 2. Province, first one. It's good. (45-50), 5-point lead. 11.6 seconds to go. Province, second shot. It's good. Full court pressure.
All right, got a foul.
Kirsten hugs. She'll give a hug to Jensen.
It's almost 3 valuable seconds right there that were burned when they just didn't foul.
Province had the issue because Province has 4, and Province was the only one over there. She did try to force the turnover. I don't think Wilson knew, and Wilson could have held on to it to force her to foul. Wilson threw it. Jensen. No good on the first. She's got one more. 46-50. Jensen's second free throw. It's good. Province gets into Kirsten. Kirsten, she's fouled. Conover fouling will send Kirsten to the line to shoot 2. That is her 4th.
7 seconds remaining in this ball game.
46-51, 5-point game. Kirsten will make both of these, and then they hope to force a turnover right away. Kirsten's first shot. It's good. 47-51, 4-point game, 7 seconds left to go. Both teams in the double bonus. Chieftains, 3 timeouts, Bearcats 1. It's coming down to the wire. Kirsten's second shot. It's good.
Clutch. Now you got a foul.
And she will be wrapped up right away. Wilson will head to the line. Wilson had all 4 defenders. Kaylee will get the credit of the foul. That's her second, so smart one to get the foul there. 48-51. Wilson to shoot. She'll shoot 2. 6.1 seconds left to go. The first one. It's no good. This keeps the hopes alive. Before you got here, Nolan, they missed the last free throw to keep it at 3. 5 seconds left. Kirsten got it, went down and hit the step back 3. There's 6.1 seconds left. Bearcats need a miss.
Rowdy's making as much noise as possible on this one.
Wilson, second one. It's good.
Much in the clutch right there for the
Chieftains are
Chieftains.
going to call a timeout. We're going to take that one with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a
You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. 48-52, four-point game, 6 seconds left. Maddie finds Straka. Straka
Get down the court fast.
gets Kirsten. Kirsten, shoot that one. Kirsten needs to shoot. Kirsten gets the shot. It's no good. That'll be the end of the night. Chieftains win this one 52-48 in a thriller. Bearcats able to force it overtime, but to no avail. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after a bit for the boys' game. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network. Girls lose to the Chieftains. We'll be back after a bit.
no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. There's We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.